everyone. If you are new to my channel, or if you are not, I'm Emma. Hello. I'm an actor, singer, lead workshops. Yeah, cool. I've been putting up videos for a while, been putting up monologues and stuff, and I wanted to put up something a bit more personal, a bit more chatty. So I've decided to do this new series of videos I'm going to be posting every week. And the first thing I really wanted to talk about, I'm going to be talking about different things, probably to do with the industry and things like that. But something I've been thinking about a lot recently is mental health, and particularly mental health for like actors and creatives. Something that I've sort of worked through over the years, is still sort of worked through regularly. I have kind of ups and downs with how good I'm feeling, how bad I'm feeling, depending on what's going on, depending on various stresses and things like that. And although I think that generally I'm probably a bit more prone to feeling a bit lower, like I think I have that within me, I do think that being an actor and having chosen this lifestyle, having chosen this profession, does not always help, if I'm honest. I think that it's amazing we get to do what we love. We've chosen to do that. That's absolutely brilliant. But I certainly think that there's a lot of challenges within this job that can make it difficult day to day for people. It can make things quite challenging. So I've kind of put together a few things, a few ideas, a few tips, I guess, for what I found have helped me over the years, things I've found more recently, just sort of reflecting on things and realising what actually helps me feel better, feel calmer, feel a bit more, I don't know, stable, secure, a bit more able to sort of function day to day. So I've put together a few things. So I hope that these will help you guys as well. And if you have any other things that you would like to share, any tips, any ideas, then do comment underneath the video and we can chat about them. That'd be really, really cool. So first, if you are a creative, a freelancer, whatever it is, I imagine you spend quite a lot of time working at home. I know I do. I know a lot of people that have jobs where they work from home, maybe things like data input, or they, do different things like that. I work from home, so I like create my own stuff. I'll be applying for jobs. I'll be responding to emails, doing bits and pieces like that. So I spend quite a lot of time at home when I'm not doing my day jobs. I have found that it really, really helps me to make sure that if you don't have anything on that day, you still go out once a day. That could be go for a short walk. If you're into running, maybe go for a run. Or something I really like to do is go and get a cup of coffee. I just go say, right, this is my treat. Go and get that cup of coffee. I've discovered a place I really, really like. I think you should see if you can find somewhere you really like. A nice place. You go, I feel really relaxed here. I feel comfortable here. Take some work with you if you want. Take your laptop with you. Take books with you. I take monologues with me. I try and learn monologues. I also set aside that time for reading rather than doing stuff on my phone. I find that can be quite helpful. You've gone out of the house. You've just got a bit of space from home, basically. So yeah, I find that really, really helpful. Following on from that, exercise. I think we know it releases endorphins. We know it can help. It's so true. I really believe that after I've been to the gym, I just feel like a more complete, more relaxed person. And it can also be really good because you feel like you've achieved something. You feel like, yeah, I've done that bit of exercise today. I personally really enjoy things like weightlifting. So going up in weight like every week, I feel like I've achieved something. But it could be going for a run. It could be going for a walk. You could have a gym class you really enjoy. You could chat to some people, just start having a conversation with somebody else. You're not too consumed in your own thoughts, which is also the good thing about going out for that cup of coffee. That is something that Noma Demeswini, amazing actor, said in a talk. She said, go and get that cup of coffee. You might have a conversation with somebody somebody really interesting might have this great conversation. I think it's similar to going out and doing that exercise. You might see something on your run, you might see something lovely on your walk, and I just think it helped you to feel a bit better. I know it really helps me. Third, get off Facebook as much as possible. Facebook's great in so many ways. One, you can end up wasting hours on it. I know I can end up wasting a lot of time on Facebook. Two, you can end up seeing people saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. We only put our best stuff up on Facebook, unless you're one of those people who likes to put up about having a crappy day and stuff like that. Some people put that up, but predominantly people put their best selves up on Facebook. I don't believe it's realistic to actually what is going on in people's lives. We're putting the best version of ourselves on social media. As much as possible, get off Facebook, limit your time on it, so you're not wasting time on it, and limit your time on it so that you're not comparing yourself to everybody else. I think it really helped to not compare yourself to other people as much as possible. Hello, I'm back. I had to go to work. Okay, where were we? So, limit your time on social media to stop you comparing yourself to others and stop you wasting time. Okay, this leads me on to my next point. So, I was having a chat with one of my wonderful friends a couple of years ago about the industry and about the amount of work different people were getting. And she said to me, just remember, comparison is the thief of joy. I think this is so important. I think it was Theodore Roosevelt that said that. It's so important. How well somebody else is doing is completely irrelevant to your career and has no bearing on your career. It can be hard because you can see other people doing things maybe that you want to be doing, or you can be feeling like, I'm not getting these jobs, I'm not getting these auditions, and why are they? But it's completely irrelevant. We're all different people. We all look completely different. We're all completely different as actors, as performers, as creatives. And we're not going to go at the same rate as other people. We're just not. It's not going to happen. We're all different. And the more time we spend focusing on somebody else and so what somebody else is doing in their career, the less time we're having spent on ours. And we could be channeling that energy into our own careers and working on ourselves. And it's definitely like a thing to keep coming back to, keep reminding yourself. I keep reminding myself, and to be honest, it's actually just gotten so much easier. I don't really compare myself to other people that much because I know it's a complete waste of time. I think if I'm having a low moment, part of knowing that is that I start comparing myself to other people again. So it's worth remembering, worth checking in with. It's a short little quote to remember as well, to remind yourself of that. So comparison is the thief of joy. So I always think of that. Okay, next. Celebrate the successes. Celebrate any success, big or small. I think we have to be as grateful as possible. We actually all have I think most people have a lot of really great things going on in our lives, and we don't often recognize them because we're thinking about what we don't have. We're thinking about lack rather than what we do have. So celebrate your achievements, big, small, whatever that might be. I'm really grateful if I get an audition. Let alone get the job. I'm chuffed to bits if I get an audition. I'm like, that's great, yeah, I got an audition. And even day to day, you go, okay, I've achieved this today. You can make it really small. You can be like, I did the washing today. I was having a really crap day and I put the washing on. I did the washing up and I went out for a walk. You can make it so small, but do celebrate those little things, and do celebrate even, do celebrate things. Do pat yourself on the back for stuff, It can be really tough. If you're really struggling, you're struggling with your mental health. So, basic stuff can be really, really tough. And also the industry can be really tough. And you can feel like you're not achieving things. But you are. You're achieving things every day. You're doing a good job. If you apply for some jobs, be like, great, well done. Done that. Got some emails sent out, great, well done. Do that. I've done that. Celebrate it. Pat yourself on the back. Remember the things you are doing. Don't think about things you're not getting. Don't think about the lack. Think about what you have. Okay. This leads me on to my next point. try to create some kind of routine for yourself. I know this can be a bit difficult because if you're like me, you probably work like shift work, probably do lots of different things. Every day is different, which is really exciting, but it can be difficult to create a routine. So I would suggest trying to get up at a similar time every day, or certainly on weekdays. Have a little routine you do in the morning. You get up, you make yourself your coffee, I don't know, whatever it is, you do a bit of yoga, whatever it is. You watch a bit of something while you're having your breakfast, but you get up at that same time every day, and then you go to the gym every morning or whatever it is, or you start the day with your emails, but try and create something that's a bit of a routine, something a bit regular, something a bit structured. Because I know for me, something I struggle with sometimes is the lack of structure, lack of routine in this career. Even though I really enjoy it being different every day, sometimes I can get a bit anxious about having a lack of routine or structure. So I create that for myself to make myself feel a bit calmer. Leading on from that, try to limit your working hours to certain times a day. So after a certain time of night, try and cut yourself off from working. We're so attached to our phones and like our devices, and we can actually respond to emails and respond to stuff and do things pretty much any time. Try and set a limit on that. You don't have to respond to that email necessarily at 10:30 at night. Sometimes you really, really do, but it can wait till the morning often. I'm not good at this because I'm a massive night owl, so I just wake up at night. But I'm trying to train myself into shutting off my devices at a certain time of night, or stopping working by a certain point at night. And I think it really helps actually. And I think the more you turn those devices off, the phones and laptops and stuff like that earlier on in the evening, I think it actually helps you to get a better night's sleep. I found this at the weekend that I actually slept better when I read before going to bed rather than looking at my phone and watching a program before going to bed. I had like 2 nights in a row, and I found that I slept much better when I read before going to bed. So yeah, getting a good night's sleep, and that can help build into part of the routine. When you're not doing shifts late at night, then try and get a good night's sleep. I think it can really, really help. Meditate. I know people say this probably all the time now. Like everybody's talking about meditation, but it's because it's really good and it's really, really useful. I have an app called Headspace, and you can set different meditations like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, which is really useful because you kind of got no excuse for not doing it because it's really, really short. I just feel it makes me feel calmer, I feel more focused. There's a great meditation which is about self-esteem, and it's about noting those negative thoughts, and you can kind of bat them away a bit more. I'm sure there's stuff on YouTube for meditation, as well as apps. Try and put it into your routine. Just give it a go. Like, it's actually really, really good, and it's really, really useful. Probably guided meditation is helpful for beginners. I'm still on guided meditation because I think it's a bit more useful to have somebody like talking you through it. So I'd say give that a go. And my final thing is create something called a bottom line list. So this kind of follows on from what I was talking about with celebrating achievements and successes, however small. So what I do is I create a list. If I have a day or some time working at home or working, then I create a list called a bottom line list. It's a technique that somebody taught me. And you just put the things that are most important that you have to do for that day. So it's like a to-do list, but you only put the most important things on there. You don't put very much on there at all. Okay, so you put, if I do nothing else today, I have to do these things, but don't make them big things, make them small things. I'm almost certain you will get all of them done and possibly more stuff because you've not set yourself too much to do in the time, and you will actually feel like you've really achieved something. You feel like, oh, I've actually achieved that, and almost like overachieved. Whereas if you set yourself too much to do, 9 times out of 10 you don't get it done, and then you feel like, oh, I failed, like I haven't achieved that, I haven't done that. Whereas if you set yourself a bottom line list of just the most important stuff you have to do that day and don't put too much on it, then you will most likely complete it and you'll feel really good about yourself at the end of the day. So I think that's all my points. Okay, go out once a day, get that cup of coffee, exercise, gym, walk, cycling, running, whatever it is. Get off Facebook, limit your time on social media, to limit the amount of time you're sort of wasting or comparing yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of joy. Remember that. Keep reminding yourself of that. Focus on what you're doing, not what somebody else is doing. And also celebrate when somebody else is doing something great, because that's a good thing. Celebrate your achievements and successes, however big, however small. Celebrate what you are doing. Celebrate what you are getting done. Celebrate what you are achieving. Create a routine for yourself. Try to get up at a regular time each day, or try to go to bed at a regular time each night, as much as possible. Obviously we have shifts and things like that, but as much as possible try to do that. Sleep. Try and get a good night's sleep by limiting your working hours, so you're not working late into the night. Tell yourself when you're allowed to use your phone until. So limit the amount of time you're allowed to use your phone, allowed to use your laptop. Should help you get a better night's sleep. Meditate. Use an app, use YouTube. You can start out really short. You can start out like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and then build up from there, or just see how you go. But I think it will really help to feel more like calmer and focused. I know it really, really helps me. It's time well spent, I think. And create a bottom line list. So a list of the things you have to get done that day. Don't make it too long. Really, really don't make it too long. And you'll almost certainly complete that list and you'll feel really good about yourself. So thank you guys. Thanks so much for watching today. Comment below with the things that you do to look after yourself, or things you do to help with your mental health. Be really, really interested to know them. A lot of these things have been passed on to me from other people, so I'd love to know what your tips and tricks are. Comment and tweet me for what videos you'd like to see. I'm going to be doing a video every week, so subscribe if you would like to see those. And yeah, see you next week. Bye.